What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Money Mastery. Today, we're diving into a topic that's absolutely crucial for financial success, no matter where you are in your journey, mastering financial discipline. Now, you might be thinking, discipline? That sounds boring. But trust me on this, mastering financial discipline is the key to unlocking a world of opportunities. It's about taking control of your money, making it work for you, and building a solid foundation for a brighter financial future. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to share some expert tips that have helped me and countless others achieve financial freedom. We'll cover everything from budgeting and saving to investing and managing debt. So if you're ready to transform your finances and start living life on your own terms, hit that subscribe button and let's get started. Alright, let's kick things off with the cornerstone of financial discipline, budgeting. Now I know what you're thinking, budgeting? That's restrictive and no fun. But here's the thing, a budget isn't about limiting yourself, it's about understanding where your money is going and making conscious choices about how you want to spend it. Think of it like this, if you're building a house you wouldn't start laying bricks without a blueprint, right? That's essentially what you're doing with your finances when you don't have a budget. You're flying blind, and that's a recipe for overspending and financial stress. So how do you create an effective budget? It's actually pretty straightforward. Start by tracking your income and expenses for a month. You can use a budgeting app, a spreadsheet, or even just a notebook. The goal is to get a clear picture of where your money is coming from and where it's going. Once you have a good understanding of your cash flow, you can start allocating your money towards different categories like rent or mortgage, groceries, transportation, entertainment, and of course, savings. The 50/30/20 budget is a great place to start. It suggests allocating 50% of your after-tax income towards needs, 30% towards wants, and 20% towards savings and debt repayment. Now the key here is to be realistic and flexible with your budget. Your needs and wants will be different from mine, and that's okay. The important thing is to find a system that works for you and stick to it as much as possible. Remember, budgeting isn't about deprivation. It's about making conscious choices with your money so you can achieve your financial goals faster. So, take the time to create a solid budget and watch your financial discipline soar. Now let's talk about one of the most powerful habits you can develop for building wealth. Paying yourself first. This isn't about being selfish, it's about prioritizing your financial well-being. The idea is simple. Before you pay your bills, before you buy groceries, before you do anything else with your money, set aside a portion of your income for your future self. This could be 10%, 20%, or even more, depending on your financial goals and circumstances. Now, you might be wondering, where should I put this money? Well, there are several options. You could start by building up an emergency fund in a high-yield savings account. Having 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses saved up can provide a financial safety net in case of unexpected events like job loss or medical emergencies. Once you've established a solid emergency fund, you can start investing the money you're paying yourself first. This could be in a Roth IRA, a 401k, or a taxable brokerage account. The key is to invest consistently over time and take advantage of the power of compound growth. Think of it like this. Every dollar you invest is like a seed you plant. The earlier you plant those seeds, the more time they have to grow and compound into a financial forest. By paying yourself first, you're essentially putting your money on autopilot and letting it work for you, even while you sleep. Remember, building wealth is a marathon, not a sprint. By adopting the habit of paying yourself first, you're setting yourself up for long-term financial success and creating a brighter financial future. Alright, let's move on to another crucial aspect of financial discipline, tracking your expenses. You've heard the saying, what gets measured, gets managed, right? Well, the same principle applies to your finances. If you're not tracking where your money is going, it's easy to overspend without even realizing it. Those daily coffees, those impulse purchases, those subscription services you barely use, they can all add up and eat away at your hard-earned cash. But here's the good news. Tracking your expenses doesn't have to be complicated or time-consuming. There are tons of great apps out there like Mint, Personal Capital, and YNAB, You Need a Budget, that can automate the process for you. Simply link your bank accounts and credit cards to the app, and it will categorize your transactions and generate reports that give you a clear picture of your spending habits. You can even set up alerts to notify you when you're approaching your budget limits in certain categories. Now, I get it. Looking at your spending habits can be a little intimidating at first. But trust me, knowledge is power. Once you understand where your money is actually going, you can start making informed decisions about where you can cut back and save more. Maybe you realize you're spending way too much on eating out. No problem. Challenge yourself to cook more meals at home, or maybe you notice you're paying for multiple streaming services you barely use. Time to cut the cord on those subscriptions you don't need. Remember, tracking your expenses isn't about feeling guilty or deprived. It's about empowering yourself to make conscious choices with your money and stay on track towards your financial goals. Now that we've covered the importance of budgeting, paying yourself first, and tracking your expenses, let's talk about the driving force behind it all: setting financial goals. Without clear financial goals, it's easy to drift aimlessly with your finances, like a ship without a rudder. Think of it like this: if you're going on a road trip, you wouldn't just start driving without a destination in mind, would you? You'd end up lost and frustrated. The same goes for your finances. Without clear financial goals, it's difficult to stay motivated and disciplined with your money. So, how do you set effective financial goals? First, identify what's truly important to you. Do you dream of buying your dream home, retiring early, traveling the world? Whatever your aspirations are, write them down and be specific. Instead of just saying, "I want to save more money," set a specific and measurable goal, like "I want to save $10,000 for a down payment on a condo in the next 2 years." Having a clear target will make your goal feel more tangible and achievable. Next, break down your big goals into smaller, more manageable milestones. If your goal is to save $10,000 in 2 years, that means you need to save around $416 per month. Breaking it down like this makes the goal feel less daunting and helps you stay on track. Remember, setting financial goals is not a one-time thing. It's an ongoing process. As you achieve certain milestones, don't be afraid to set new goals and continue raising the bar for yourself. And most importantly, celebrate your successes along the way. Rewarding yourself for reaching your financial goals can help you stay motivated and committed to your journey. Now let's address the elephant in the room: debt. It's a reality for many people and it can feel incredibly overwhelming. But here's the thing: not all debt is created equal. There's good debt, like a mortgage on a rental property that generates income, and then there's bad debt, like high-interest credit card debt, that can spiral out of control if not managed properly. The key to managing debt effectively is to first understand the different types of debt you have and then develop a plan to tackle them strategically. Start by making a list of all your debts, including the outstanding balance, interest rate, and minimum monthly payment. Next, prioritize your debts based on their interest rates. High-interest debts like credit cards, payday loans, and some personal loans should be your top priority. These debts can quickly accumulate interest charges, making them much more expensive in the long run. Once you've identified your high-interest debts, explore your options for paying them down faster. One popular method is the debt snowball method, where you focus on paying off your smallest debt first, regardless of interest rates, while making minimum payments on your other debts. This method can provide a psychological boost as you gain momentum by knocking out debts one by one. Another approach is the debt avalanche method, where you prioritize paying down your highest interest debt first, regardless of the balance, while making minimum payments on your other debts. This method can save you money on interest charges in the long run. In addition to paying down existing debt, it's crucial to avoid taking on unnecessary debt in the first place. Before making any large purchases, ask yourself if it's a need or a want. If it's a want, consider saving up for it instead of putting it on credit. Remember, living below your means and avoiding unnecessary debt is crucial for achieving long-term financial freedom. There you have it, folks. Expert tips for mastering financial discipline. Remember, building a solid financial foundation takes time, effort, and consistency. It's about making conscious choices with your money, developing healthy financial habits, and staying committed to your goals, even when things get tough. If you found these tips helpful, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to Money Mastery for more expert financial advice. And don't forget to share this video with your friends and family who could benefit from these tips. Remember, you have the power to take control of your finances and create the life you've always wanted. So start implementing these tips today. and let's crush those financial goals together. Until next time, stay disciplined, stay focused, and keep striving for financial mastery.